So most camera ready face, Nishchay is, my colleague here for presenting today's session. He's Chief Principal Consultant from Persistent. And my name is Advait Sawant. I'm a Solutions Architect with OutSystems. I have around 18 years of experience in high code world before I joined OutSystems, but I've been with OutSystems platform tad before that, because that's where I started dabbling with low code. And here I am. Before we begin, I'd like to pass it over to Nishchay to introduce himself.
Absolutely. Thanks, Advait. And hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening. It's a pleasure to be here today. So I'm Nishchay. I work with Persistent as the Chief Principal Consultant aligned to intelligent automation. Close to 15 years of professional experience overall. And the experience spans Zenov Consulting, Deloitte, and Accenture. More recently, I was working with Zenov as a partner and leading the global charter for intelligent automation there. So back to you, Advait.
Cool. Thank you. So here we go. Let's first understand what is the app development landscape. Can everybody see my slides all right?
I can. Can you see them as well, Nishchay?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
Thank you. So when we are talking about app development landscape, we broadly see like these three islands, I would say. One is SaaS and COTS. So in SaaS and COTS systems, they generally lack differentiation for organizations. They're useful for managing general processes or small use cases here and there, but they don't serve the uniqueness of your business. So customization in these kind of applications can lead to, or these kind of tools can lead to technical debt, and they can hinder your evolution. Now, next part, which is when we are talking about customization, we always come to traditional development. The apps that drive differentiation are most often developed using traditional development tools and frameworks. As we saw in Henry's presentation, there are plethora of tools in the market. When we are talking about, and they are very specifically targeting to certain scenarios, and they help us to grow, to build enterprise applications. But the problem with traditional development is it requires a lot of skill and experience that is hard to find. So that particular challenge can be overcome using low code and no code. Now, what low code does is low code enables quick delivery of differentiated software. Now, again, low code platforms, are they panacea for everything? No. So low code platforms can be limited in capabilities for strategic app development. So they are better suited for tactical or work group applications. Now, low code often lacks necessary CI/CD and DevOps capabilities for evolving strategic applications. And that's why we see there are lots of applications nowadays claiming that they are also in the low code frame. So low code cannot replace traditional development for strategic app building. However, there are certain things which you can definitely see when you want to adopt low code tool or low code platform for digital transformation. Now, moving on, speed and agility. We all want speed and agility in our building. So what are the main differences between high performance low code platforms and, as I said, as I was mentioning, run of the mill low code platforms? The differences fall into 4 categories. First is power. It gives you the freedom to innovate and deliver whatever the business needs, no matter the complexity. Next is security. So we all need security, and it ensures, the platform should ensure that you can trust that your most important assets, data, are safe from development through to production. Next is agility. So it offers you peace of mind that your apps will continuously evolve at the speed of your business, hassle-free and without technical debt. Scale. You should be also having confidence on that particular platform that it will not hinder your growth, or it will help you to provide the experiences which you want to build in whatever world throws at them. So basically, we want an application or the platform which is practically future-proof, right? Moving on, let's understand about OutSystems high performance low code. So OutSystems is a full stack application development platform with everything you need to build apps from the ground up. You can think of it as constructing powerful building blocks that automate and accelerate tedious and error-prone tasks, all in a visual drag and drop environment. We also support entire development lifecycle. The platform provides a full DevOps solution out of the box that supports the continuous delivery and continuous integration of your applications. So we are not just any other platform wherein you can develop the application, but we are also looking at the application development as the whole process, and we are looking at it holistically. That's why the platform enables teams to create wide range of rich and engaging digital experiences. It also allows to create user interfaces for any type of form factor, may it be mobile or web portal. And we ensure that these user interfaces looks great regardless of the design skills of the developer. And that's where we have the wide ranges of themes, lifestyle guides, templates, etc. come into picture. And lastly, there is the support of advanced AI layer. Now you must have noticed that after a lot of time, we are coming at AI in this particular event, or we are talking about AI. But this was to understand or to give you brief background about how we are still adhere to the development or to very much close to enterprise applications. And that's why we are bringing AI. We are not just bringing AI because the world says so, or there is a buzz about ChatGPT or generative AI around it. So what this particular advanced AI layer does, and this AI layer is there with OutSystems since last 5 years. I'll explain that in the subsequent slides. This AI layer guides development teams to deliver high quality applications. We have AI mentor system, which helps for application lifecycle management, and it offers groundbreaking AI-based tools for software development and quality analysis. This also helps to support on-call team of experts to enhance your team's collective expertise throughout the entire development lifecycle. So let's understand what can be built with OutSystems. So there are different scenarios, different enterprise applications, use cases which you can build, but you can broadly categorize them into these four type of systems. One is extension. So it allows you to build anything, including consumer apps, mobile applications, and web applications, and customer portals. So you can extend using your own code. There are certain scenarios where you can also extend your core systems and COTS and SaaS using OutSystems. It can also help you automate internal processes, workflows, and modernize older internal applications. And customers have built full core systems such as their own ERPs, CRMs, or accounting systems. Because when you buy ERPs or CRM system, at that time, your business requirement may be different and business requirements evolve over time. So in these kind of scenarios, you need a platform which can bode well with the changes in the business, and it should also be helpful for your team to adopt to the new technologies. So in a nutshell, that also gives you a lot of options when it comes to building enterprise applications. So let's take a look at what is happening in the real world. What are the type of applications being built? Okay, so customers are building brand defining customer portals and mobile applications, and they are enabling tailored self-service experiences, efficient and easy new account opening journeys, and interactive quoting or external agent support portals. They have also built internal business applications that bridge the gap between internal systems and providing a better user experience and more efficient operational processes, from employee onboarding to all sorts of cross-functional workflows. And then we also have the only vendor in the space which is used to build mission critical backend processing. So we are those, but we are into this space where we are building mission critical backend processing and specialized ERP platforms. The integration is OutSystems forte, and in his presentation, Nishchay would also explain about how we are using different technologies and we are building applications which are really defining in their industry. Next, let's understand the strategic vision of where OutSystems wants to take the whole system or whole platform of or the landscape of application development. We want to as it was mentioned in our statement, that embracing change is the new build, and OutSystems customers can deliver simple apps in minutes and enterprise apps in weeks with no training. So the objective or the goal which we are putting in to leverage AI within the platform is for improving productivity many folds. We need to improve the iterations. That's what is a unique selling point, that you can use the platform to create lots of iterations very fast. So we also want to take it further so that the iterations or the change cycle would be faster. And the third part is there should not be any tech background restriction or training needed. And anybody and everybody who wants to learn the platform should be able to do it within no time. Moving on. So as I was mentioning previously, we are not just talking about AI, or we are not jumping the bandwagon because suddenly there is a Gen AI eruption. OutSystems is being using AI in the platform since 2018, and we have used, or we have supported developers through our IDE using our own OutSystems proprietary AI. And we are not stopping there, that okay, we already have AI. So we are working with Carnegie Mellon University, and we are doing the further research in the AI and ML space. While doing that, we have 7+ patented inventions, and we have published papers in 21 conferences. OutSystems is again recognized leader in many Gartner and other surveys, which we have found out. So next, when we are talking about OutSystems, so OutSystems particularly helps using AI in three broad categories. You can use AI in the application itself. So you have AI infused applications. You can use generative AI inside your applications. Next part is the development cycle or development process can use AI to help assist developers to build applications. And third is use AI to support application lifecycle management, where this whole process will help your developers and other team members to assist to build applications as well as maintain applications. So this is the whole enterprise lifecycle, which can be managed by AI, not just by creating some flashy applications. Next, let's move further to understand real life use case, and I'll pass on to Nishchay for further explanation.
Sure. Thanks, Advait. I think I already introduced myself, so we can go to the next one. For those of you who don't know Persistent, I'll quickly take a couple of minutes to introduce the company. So Persistent is a global IT services company delivering digital engineering and enterprise modernization. We are more than $1 billion in revenue, and in fact, we've witnessed a staggering 268% growth since 2020, making us the fastest growing Indian IT services brand. We service customers across industries, including banking and financial services, insurance, healthcare, life sciences, and high tech, among others. So Advait touched upon low-code automation, and I just wanted to take a step back and talk about intelligent automation. So if we can move to the next slide. At Persistent, we provide the full end-to-end stack of intelligent automation technology areas, what we refer to as hyper-automation. This includes an amalgamation of technology areas, including low-code application development, robotic process automation or RPA, intelligent document processing or IDP, and process intelligence, among others. All of this is being bolstered further by artificial intelligence and machine learning, and now even further with generative AI coming into the mix. And we have industry-leading partnerships with some of the top leading platform companies out there across this tech stack, as you can see. OutSystems, of course, is one of the leading low-code platform company, and they've been our top strategic partner for more than 7 years now. If you go to the next slide, Advait.
Is this the one?
Yeah, I think I've already covered the partnership. So yeah, we can move on to the next one. So I wanted to spend some time talking through a real life example of how low-code and AI is actually being implemented in customer scenarios. So this is a case study pertaining to a Fortune 100 healthcare and life sciences company headquartered in the US. This is one of our flagship customers and among the most scaled deployments of low-code in partnership with OutSystems. So during COVID outbreak, this client was really struggling due to extremely high customer demand for their pharma products and medical equipment. and the need to cater to this high demand. And this is where we stepped in with automation. We helped them in two broad areas. First was legacy modernization, where we migrated their mainframe systems to OutSystems. And this was, of course, a large program spanning more than 3 years. And currently, we've been able to achieve more than 50% of the migration as of now. The second area was to help them set up a center of enablement, or a COE, what we refer to as a digital front office, where we enabled the customer on this low-code platform. Within the COE, we built governance frameworks, we laid out the best practices for application intake, and also built guardrails for opportunity assessment. And we ensured there was focus on reusability of components. Once this DFO office was set up and the legacy modernization task was stabilized, we gradually also started bringing in other hyper automation technology areas such as RPA, IDP, and artificial intelligence, so as to ensure that the client achieved even more enhanced business outcomes. And we helped them achieve more than $1 million in savings in the first year alone. So this has been a resounding success story for both Persistent and OutSystems. If you move to the next slide, there are several similar examples and a lot of scaled customers when we look at hyper automation and low code automation along with AI/ML. This is another example, and I'll be mindful of time. I won't go into a lot of details, but this is one of the leading European banks. And we help them create a pitch book solution for their customer facing front end sales team. And low code and AI help them create highly customized pitches for their key customers in a few minutes rather than days earlier. So moving on, Henry earlier touched upon generative AI and LLMs in detail, and I believe that no event or keynote today is complete without touching upon Gen AI. So I also wanted to spend a couple of minutes on this topic. There's immense traction on Gen AI, of course, and interestingly, there are lots of interesting use cases which are emerging at this cross-section of Gen AI and hyper automation. We at Persistent have been working closely with our customers since the past several months. And in fact, we've spoken to more than 100 of our top customers and made an extensive repository of Gen AI use cases, which would add the maximum value to our customer base. It's very exciting that there are already more than 50 customer conversations which are going on pertaining to Gen AI, and these largely fall under 3 or 4 buckets. Data accessibility is one where how do you really make complex data more accessible and more intuitive? Conversational experiences such as with chatbots and Gen AI powered virtual agents, and then other areas around summarization, insights generation, and code generation. And we are pretty much partnering with all the leading LLM players out there, including OpenAI, including Microsoft, AWS, Google, and IBM, among others. If you move to the next slide, I'm also super excited to report that we've already embarked on a journey to provide Gen AI powered automation in a meaningful fashion. We're launching a new platform, what we're calling as AssistX, which has been developed in partnership with OutSystems and UiPath, which is a leading RPA player. If you move to the next slide, Advait. So within this AssistX platform, the Gen AI trained on specific industries and use cases would essentially ingest information such as critical customer details, requests, complaints, and so on, and then provide instructions to either low code or RPA to take requisite action and feed data into the relevant apps. For instance, if a contact center agent receives a complaint from a customer, the Gen AI would essentially help not only ensure a speedy resolution, but automatically use RPA or low code at the backend to trigger action for relevant departments, feed tickets into the enterprise applications, feed customer information into enterprise applications, and subsequently also trigger email notifications to the customers upon resolution. Later, of course, it can also help in summarization, insights generation for reporting and analytics purpose. So the possibilities really are endless, and we're currently bolstering AssistX in order to build highly verticalized use cases on top of this platform, such as, say, revenue cycle management within the healthcare space, such as KYC within banking, and so on. So Gen AI-powered automation is clearly the way forward, and it would help amplify the business outcomes by not only providing faster ROI, but also by supercharging the customer experience and employee experience. So you can move to the next slide, Advait, then yeah, back to you.
Thanks, Nishay. So what we have identified now, being mindful of time, over here. So what we have identified here is we have, I'm just looking at the list of attendees over here. Like we have or the list of speakers basically. So you can build enterprise application. Let me give you an example. Say for example, if you want to manage a claims management system, correct? So we can create an application using OutSystems wherein we can have a chat bot which is referring chat GPT or which is integrated with chat GPT. We are having Redis database, as Henry was mentioning, where we are also training or or using vectorization database for vectorization purpose of only or forcing the AI to look at certain set of data in the efficient manner. At the same time, we can have document being fed using Google Tesseract. We can also have, we are using AWS Bedrock connector, which is already available in OutSystems Forge repository. And while supporting all this process, you can have a contact center, which is supported using Microsoft's Luis, or now as Luis is also going to go off in 2024, CLU is the new Azure AI suite, which is being launched. So OutSystem can be easily integrated with this entire ecosystem and can help you enhance the quality of your applications using even if you have less experienced developers at your disposal. Even then the platform helps you or assists you in building all these enterprise applications. Now where this slide particularly, which is in front of us, talks about what is our vision when it comes to AI. Again, it is focusing on these three aspects: how you can have application capabilities or how you can improve application capabilities where additional AI components can be added or can be infused. Then we are planning to improve more use case based AI samples. So and then there would be a playbook on AI for enterprises. So that's where we are trying to get from the application landscape. From improving development capabilities, we already have AI mentor system, so we are trying to build it to our or bring it to our new model. And then there is a project Morpheus, which is kind of taking NLP to next level when we are going to build the application. OutSystems demonstrated the project Morpheus during the next step this year, 2023, and we can watch that on OutSystems website as well. The third layer, which is very important and which is most ignored, or I would say most underrated element, is application lifecycle management. And we are using LLM improvements there for our own application buildup. So having said that, this brings us to close. Any questions?